Well, I'm pleased to announce that I'm beginning a new series on my YouTube channel, the Scholars Series. I've had many people come up to me over the last 2 years and express regret over the fact they did not receive the sort of education that they wish they had received. And now many of those people, their kids are receiving that education in a classical school. This is true for people who are in their early 20s or who are in college or they're in seminary and they're reading these texts such as Turretin's Institutes of Eclectic Theology, and they know there's something behind it. There's a background. They might have a label of it such as scholasticism or medieval thought or categories or something like that, but they haven't read the works. They haven't grounded themselves in the works that came to inform the ways that Calvin and Turretin and Zanchi and Junius, what informed the way that they thought about these issues. And I think the negativity towards some of that is largely due to the fact that people have not read them. They're not aware of them. Some of the bad thinking out there is partly because they did not learn logic. They might have learned critical thinking in college or in high school, but it really didn't teach them to think clearly or critically. And so the idea behind this is that for people in their early 20s, whether you're in college, you want to supplement your education, or if you're in seminary, or you're in your late 20s and 30s and 40s, whatever age you are, this class is designed for adults to basically supplement their education, or if you want to think of it this way, to have a sort of re-education in the foundational texts and ideas and systems of thought of the Western civilization. So in that spirit, I'm going to begin with logic. So it'll be Aristotelian logic, also known as traditional logic, also known as classical propositional logic. And there'll probably be maybe a 15, 20-part series on that. We'll go through the whole thing, and maybe I'll do a little bit more on symbolic logic later. And then I can move from there to Aristotle's metaphysics, his ethics, his politics, his rhetoric, and some other issues, going to Plato. Perhaps go into early modern texts like Rutherford's Lex Rex and go through each question. The point will be to in a way re-educate or supplement your education so that you can even understand the texts of the people you love, such as Calvin's Institutes. Also, that you have that foundation by which you can evaluate arguments. You'll understand the fallacies. You'll understand what validity is, what truth is, what's false, what's falsity. So with that foundation, then you can go and you can think clearly. This is not a course I'm going to design for midwits. I've said before with many people that I try my best not to treat my audience like midwits. I'm not very flashy. I'm not very punchy. I might move my hands around too much, but that's probably the extent of it. But I promise you at the end of this, it'll be very rewarding and you'll be able to evaluate arguments better and you'll be able to understand what the greats of our tradition are up to. You'll understand the foundational texts that came to inform their way of thinking and way of reasoning, way of structuring arguments. You can distinguish between the logic and the rhetoric. So anyway, that's the broad overview of what I'm going to be up to. I'm going to drop an episode every week beginning in January. So it'd be first week of January. Probably I'll drop 2 then, and then 1 every single week after that. You'll be able to access those, and you'll be able to access all of them. So you'll immediately get the first one, and then you'll get all of them you can access. But in order to do that, you have to subscribe. So I have to admit this, you have to pay for it. I'm going to put some work into this. A lot of these courses, for you paying just a few dollars a month, you would pay thousands of dollars to get this sort of education at a university or at a classical school, or if you go to one of these online schools that teach children. I mean, the logic course itself is usually over $400. You'll get essentially a complete traditional logic course from me for, $20, $30. So here are the prices. There's a 2-tier plan here. So the first one is $7.99 per month for a basic plan. This gives you access to all the videos, and you'll get notification through Patreon of any new content I have, whether it's articles or videos or whatever it is. So that's $7.99. You get all the videos for roughly $8 a month. And then there's the advanced plan, and that is going to be $12.99 a month. That includes everything I just mentioned, plus a monthly Zoom call where you can do Q&A with me for 60 to 90 minutes. Your kids can join in, your kids can ask questions. And oh, by the way, even though I focus on adults, and that's going to be, some of the, like if I do a syllogism, it's going to be something an adult. It won't be something silly like I do with kids. But you include your kids. You could have your kids watch these videos, and you can have your kids go on this Q&A and ask me questions about it. So yeah, that's $12.99, and those are the two plans you can go with. Again, access to all the videos, plus a monthly Zoom call for 60 or 90 minutes in which you can ask any question you want, even a question that is unrelated to the material that I post. All right. There's also an option on my Patreon if you want to just be a supporter, if you don't really want these videos, if you want to help me in what I do, that's like $5 a month. So patreon.com/Stephen Wolfe, Stephen with a PH, and then Wolfe with an E. You should be able to find me. It's got the little Christian nationalist symbol in the middle there. And so please sign up if you're interested. It begins first week of January, 2025. I will, on my YouTube channel, still be posting other content as well that's free. This stuff will be ad-free and exclusive to you. I have no plans to drop it in the future, any of these stuff for free. It'll be exclusive to the subscribers. Again, so it's Patreon, Stephen Wolfe, no space. So sign up if you're interested. So that's it. The Scholar Series, this helps, this rewards me because then I can communicate these ideas. I can talk about it. I enjoy teaching logic. I enjoy teaching Aristotle and these other texts. And I think it'll be very rewarding for you as well. That's my promise to you. And of course, if I don't meet that promise, you can unsubscribe. But please go in there and subscribe if you're interested, or send me a message if you have any other questions. Again, I don't care if you want your whole family to watch this, or just you, or just your kids. It's up to you. But so thanks for that. I appreciate it if you subscribe, and I look forward to teaching this stuff to you.